From record-shattering speeds to iconic designs, the Bugatti legacy is a tale of passion and innovation. Join us as we explore 115 years of unparalleled automotive excellence. Subscribe to our channel to support us. The story of Bugatti, a brief history. This year marks the 115th anniversary of the founding of the prestigious Bugatti marque by Ettore Bugatti. On January 15th of the same year, Ettore's eldest son, Jean Bugatti, was born. Jean would later become a crucial member of the company's design and racing teams. To honor these milestones, it's an ideal moment to reflect on Bugatti's remarkable history and explore how it became the most revered name in high-performance automobiles. Modest beginnings. Ettore Bugatti, the visionary behind it all, was born in Italy in 1881. His family, including his father and younger brother, were recognized as prominent artists of their era, which undoubtedly influenced Ettore's innate talent for design and craftsmanship. As a teenager, Ettore began his career with an apprenticeship at Prenetti and Stucci, a Milanese engineering firm. He quickly demonstrated a keen interest in automobiles, designing several working models before reaching the age of 21. With his burgeoning skills, he advanced through the ranks of various auto-making companies, eventually creating his first true race car, the Type 5, in 1903. Despite his natural talents, Ettore often clashed with superiors due to his preference for designing race cars over production models. After a series of setbacks and job terminations, he secured the investment needed to open his own factory in Molsheim. Thus, automobiles Ettore Bugatti was officially born. The founding and the Type 13. During this period, Ettore developed the Type 10, the first pur sang, or thoroughbred Bugatti prototype. By modern standards, this vehicle was ahead of its time. Ettore emphasized agility and lightness, designing it with a smaller displacement engine than most cars of that era, at just 1.2 liters. Capable of reaching speeds of up to 80 kilometers per hour, 50 mph. It featured a unique driveshaft and clutch combination in an era dominated by chain-driven vehicles. This groundbreaking vehicle eventually laid the foundation for the Type 13, the first true Bugatti, as it was the first to bear the name and be mass-produced at the Molsheim factory. A year later, the Type 13 secured second place at the French Grand Prix, marking Bugatti's racing debut and setting high expectations for the future. The First World War interrupted Bugatti's progress in automobile development. During this time, the company shifted to designing aircraft engines for the French and American militaries. Despite the global turmoil, government contracts provided the financial means for significant expansion, positioning Bugatti for continued growth. After the war, Bugatti resumed automobile production with renewed vigor. In 1920, the Type 13 returned to racing, winning the Grand Prix de la Sarthe at Le Mans, thanks to driver Ernest Friedrich. This victory, the only major motor race of the year due to the lingering effects of WWI, was celebrated as a beacon of hope. This victory was just the beginning, marking the start of a series of decisive wins, including Bugatti cars taking the top 4 positions at the Brescia Grand Prix. Finding their stride, having secured a place of reverence in automobile racing, Bugatti decided to raise the stakes by producing their first 8-cylinder racer, the Type 30, which performed remarkably in the Strasbourg Grand Prix, earning second place. This series of cars was noted for its distinctive lithe cigar shape and robust engine. In the early to mid-1920s, the Type 30 was also redeveloped as Bugatti's first production touring car, allowing the public to experience the unique thrill of driving a performance machine. With a foothold in both racing and production cars, Ettore was ready to elevate Bugatti to the next level. The Golden Age, the unveiling of the Type 35, propelled Bugatti into the realm of legends. Thanks to the Type 35 and its successors, Bugatti cars amassed over 2,000 podium finishes by the end of the 1920s, including 5 consecutive victories at the Targa Florio. The Type 35's lightweight design, aerodynamic profile, and powerful engine laid the foundation for decades of innovation, and its influence is still evident in modern Bugatti hypercars. Other notable models from this era include the Type 51, which won the Monaco Grand Prix and is considered the pinnacle of Bugatti race car manufacturing, and the Type 41 Royale, one of the largest and most expensive cars ever produced. Another landmark event during this period was the inaugural meeting of the first ever Bugatti Owners Club in March 1929. This association, one of the oldest of its kind, continues to thrive today. In 1931, the Bugatti factory team made its debut at the iconic 24 Hours of Le Mans race. Under Jean Bugatti's leadership, the team won in 1937 and again in 1939 in one of the most legendary racing stories of all time. Decline and tragedy. In the early 1930s, Ettore Bugatti began exploring other ventures, such as high-speed railcar production and airplane racing, while delegating much of the company's design responsibilities to his son, Jean. Despite their successes, the company wasn't immune to the global economic downturn, and sales began to falter. Tensions escalated between Ettore and factory workers after a 1936 strike, further distancing the founder from the company. Tragedy struck in 1939 when Jean Bugatti died in a car crash while testing the Type 57, leaving the company without a clear successor. Shortly afterward, World War II erupted, forcing Ettore to sell the Molsheim factory under the threat of occupation. After the war, the factory was returned to Bugatti, but ownership disputes and a lack of investment hampered future production. Ettore Bugatti passed away in 1947, leaving the company in disarray. After a series of unsuccessful ventures, Automobiles Ettore Bugatti ceased production in 1956. Attempts at revival. In 1963, Bugatti was acquired by Hispano-Suiza, a Spanish engineering company, which was later purchased by a French firm and rebranded as Messier Bugatti. However, no significant new models were developed during this period. The most notable attempt to revive the Bugatti name occurred in 1987, when entrepreneur Romano Artioli purchased the trademark rights and re-established the brand as Bugatti Automobili S.p.A. Based in northern Italy, the company produced the Bugatti EB110, a 12-cylinder turbocharged supercar with nearly 550 horsepower. Only about 140 units were made, making it a highly sought-after collector's item. Unfortunately, the economic downturn forced the company to close its doors in 1995. Modern Bugatti. After half a century of uncertainty, Bugatti found a permanent home when Volkswagen acquired the marque in 1998. That same year, they unveiled the EB118 at the Paris Auto Show. This two-door coupe, equipped with an 18-cylinder engine, marked Bugatti's official return to the world of performance automobiles. Following a series of concept cars, Bugatti set its sights on a new mass-production hypercar, the Bugatti Veyron, named after Pierre Veyron, one of the drivers who won the 1939 Le Mans race. To do justice to the Veyron, Bugatti built a new atelier in Molsheim, the birthplace of the marque. Production of the Veyron began in 2005, and with nearly 1,000 horsepower and a 0-100 km/h time of under 3 seconds, it exceeded even Ettore and Jean's wildest dreams, re-establishing Bugatti as a formidable force. Bugatti continued to push the boundaries of automotive performance with ever more powerful and luxurious machines. In 2009, they unveiled the Veyron Centenaire models, and in 2010, the 1,183 horsepower Veyron Supersport set the Guinness World Record for the fastest production sports car. In 2016, Bugatti introduced a new model, named after famed driver Louis Chiron, followed by another in 2018, the Bugatti Divo. The Bugatti Chiron and Bugatti Divo are now among the most exclusive and powerful hypercars in the world. In recent years, Bugatti has reached even greater heights with new models like the Chiron Pur Sport and Bugatti Cento Dieci. In 2019, a specially tuned Chiron Supersport broke the 300 miles per hour barrier, setting another astounding record. Despite years of challenges, the Bugatti story remains a shining testament to genius and perseverance, promising to continue for decades to come.